Welcome back. Today we're diving into one of the more frustrating issues McLaren owners experience: oil smoke coming out the exhaust. More specifically, how a component most people would never suspect can completely disrupt the engine's oil scavenging and vacuum system on this episode of McLaren Engines 101. It all started when we took a closer look at a McLaren Technical Service Bulletin related to the smoking concerns. But the deeper we investigated, the more we realized the factory explanation only told part of the story. The TSB outlines how compromised camshaft cover sealing can disrupt the distribution of vacuum inside the engine. This affects the rate of oil returning through the scavenge pumps to the oil tank, where the level sensor reads oil level. As a result, the engine oil level may appear low even when the correct amount of oil is present. In simple terms, the car can falsely indicate a low oil level even when the system is properly filled. If more oil gets added to compensate for the incorrect reading, the engine can become overfilled. Under certain conditions, especially at idle, excess oil can then be pulled through the PCV system and burned in the engine, creating smoke from the exhaust. McLaren's factory repair was to replace the valve covers with updated units. When we compared the old covers to the new ones side by side, we discovered something interesting. The actual improvement wasn't in the valve cover itself, it was in the perimeter seal gasket. The original gasket design lacked enough material in a critical bridge section between the front and the rear cavities of the cover. That area struggled to maintain proper sealing. McLaren initially addressed this with a small rubber spacer designed to push the gasket down tighter in that section. Later, they redesigned the gasket in that area, adding additional height to that area of the gasket, eliminating the need for the spacer. That certainly helped. But after investigating hundreds of these valve covers over time, we believe the updated valve covers alone are not a true long-term solution. There is still an issue with the valve cover itself. These factory plastic covers live in an extremely harsh environment, filled with chemicals, heat cycles, crankcase pressure, and constant vibration. Over time, the plastic begins to distort, the covers warp, they bow, they lose their ability to stay perfectly flat. Once that happens, the sealing system can no longer maintain consistent gasket compression. You can actually see it when placing two used valve covers together on the bench. The gaps and the deformations become obvious. They're no longer straight, no longer flat. That loss of sealing integrity disrupts crankcase vacuum and scavenging efficiency throughout the entire engine. And this is where things get even more interesting. We've found that the smoking issue is more often caused by something besides oil overfill. When vacuum and scavenging efficiency drops, so does the flow of oil exiting the turbochargers. Oil begins backing up in the turbo return lines, eventually making it past the turbo oil seals, where it burns in the turbo exhaust housing, resulting in smoke out the exhaust. So while the updated perimeter gaskets may improve sealing temporarily, it still relies on the plastic covers that continue to distort over time. That's another big reason we developed the CSO billet aluminum valve covers. In addition to eliminating the plastic shedding issues we've discussed in a previous episode, billet aluminum completely eliminates the warping problem. No flexing, no bowing, no distortion. The covers remain perfectly flat throughout repeated heat cycles while maintaining proper gasket compression and stable vacuum distribution long term. That means the perimeter seal can finally function the way it was intended to from the factory. Sometimes it's about identifying weaknesses before they turn into catastrophic failures. Call the shop, send us a message. Let's end your exhaust smoke frustrations once and for all. Thanks for watching.